अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूवर्स। उम्मीद है आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है अबुंडेंस ऑफ एस्टिमेशन, एस्टिमेटिंग द अबुंडेंस ऑफ मेराइन मैमल्स पॉपुलेशन। Motivated by the need to estimate the abundance of marine mammal population to inform conservation assessments, especially relating to fishery bycatch. This paper provides background on abundance estimation and reviews the various methods available for pinnipeds, cetaceans, and scenarians. We first give an entry-level introduction to abundance estimation, including fundamental concepts and the importance of recognizing source of bias and obtaining a measure of each of the primary methods available to estimate abundance of marine mammals is then described, including data collection and analysis, common challenges in implementations, and the assumptions made, violations of which can lead to bias. The main method for estimating pinniped abundance is extrapolations of counts of animals, pups, or all ages or land or ice to the whole population. Cetaceans and Scenarians abundance is primarily estimated from transect surveys conducted from ships, small boats, or aircraft. If individuals of a species can be recognized from natural markings conducted from ships, small boats, or aircrafts, if individual of a species can be recognized from natural markings, mark recapture, analysis of photo identification data can be used to estimate the number of animals using the study area. Throughout, we cite example studies that illustrate the method described to estimate the abundance of a marine mammal population. Key issues include defining the population to be estimated, considering candidate method based on strengths and weaknesses in relation to a range of logistical and practical issues, being aware of the resources required to collect and analyze the data, and understanding the assumptions made. We conclude with a decision of some practical issues, give the various challenges that arise during implementation. Introduction. One motivation for this paper is the widespread threat to marine mammal population due to incidental catch bycatch in fishing gear, and the need for information on abundance to put bycatch mortality into a population context in Europe. A legal driver for this is the EU Marine Strategy Framework Directive, under which biodiversity indicator requires that to ensure long-term viability, incidental bycatch mortality he kept below levels that threaten a species. European Union 2017, the implementing regulations of the United States Marine Mammal Protection Act issued in 2016 required that imported fishes and fishing products be evaluated with respect to United States standards for managing marine mammal bycatch. As discussed in Williams, these implementing regulations, seafood import province require countries with fisheries identified as export fisheries to be comparable in effectiveness to the regulatory program for United States commercial fisheries. This typically requires conducting bycatch assessments of marine mammal population. Two fundamental pieces of information needed to conduct bycatch assessments are an estimate of bycatch mortality and an estimate of the abundance of the impacted population. Best practice methods for estimating bycatch mortality are described in more in marine science. These papers describe methods for estimating the abundance of population of marine mammals. An additional more general motivation for the present work is that in estimating marine mammal abundance is patchy ground the world. Out of methods to estimate abundance have been developed and applied to many marine mammal species that are still numerous. population globally. Where necessary data and estimate of abundance are lacking, we hope that the information in this paper will be of use to managers and practitioners in places ground the world where knowledge of the method available to estimate marine mammal abundance may be limited. Efforts to estimate the abundance of marine mammal population began in earnest in the 1960s. One of the first such efforts for cetaceans involved systematic counts from coastal sea. A unit of migrating grey whales Sea Lake at 2012 for Pinnipeds. McLaren in 1961 used from at sea surveys to estimate the abundance of ringed seals and counts of grey heels pups are initiated in the early 1960s to estimate the population around Britain. The use of data from seals that were physically captured, tagged, and recaptured to estimate abundance using mark recapture methods began in the 1970s. Methods for estimating abundance from whale sightings were first considered by in 1970s. The notable citizen survey programs to estimate abundance began. First, the United States government initiated survey to estimate the abundance of pantropical spotted and spiny dolphins in the eastern tropical Pacific. Second, surveys under the International Whaling Commission's International Decade of Citizen Research were initiated to estimate the abundance of Antarctic minke whale, sea branch, and butterworth in 2001. The development of photo identification of individual whales and dolphins in the 1970s enabled the use of mark recapture method to estimate the abundance of citizens from their natural markings include the humpback, southern right killer, and whales and dolphins. Whales had previously been marked using discovery tags, but these data were neither intended nor used by estimating abundance. The 1980s saw the publication of a seminal textbook of the estimation of animal abundance by Seaver in 1982, followed the continued development of mark recapture and transect methods tailored for estimation of marine mammal abundance. See reviews in Hammond in 1986 and aerial survey methods for dugongs. Methodological development has expanded rapidly over the last 3 decades, and there is now an extensive literature describing studies to estimate abundance for many marine mammal species. These are also general texts that describe methods that are commonly used or that provide practical guidance on implementation. The aim of this paper is to provide essay access to the way in which marine mammal abundance can be estimated, highlighting the relevant literature established and recent so the readers can peruse further details about the various methods available for pinnipeds, citizens, and scenarians. We start with a general introduction to abundance estimation, including an entry-level description of the fundamental concepts of the information of the importance of recognizing sources of bias, systematic inaccuracy in estimating, and obtaining a measure of precision. Each of the primary methods available to estimate abundance of marine mammals is then described. For each method, information is summarized on data collection and analysis, including common challenges in implementation, the assumptions of method in violations of which can lead to bias, and outlined and references to example studies that illustrate the methods are given. Each method has strengths and weaknesses in relation to range are logistical and practical issues, including relative cost. The final section discusses which methods are likely to appropriate for pinnipeds, citizens, and scenarios given the various challenges that arise during implementation. This paper does not address the estimation of trends in abundance. The challenge is detecting trends driven the limited power of typical abundance data, especially for citizens, and where it recommended some studies describing how to provide the best information on abundance trends from the available data include Jewel et al. 2012, Moore and Barlow in 2014. Estimating abundance. General principles. Abundance